The Eagles lose to the Giants 34-17, and what would be a surprise tonight? I don't think no one expected the Giants to go out and handle business like they did tonight. Man, no one expected Jackson Dart to come out and progress to the level he did in one game. They just got whooped by the New Orleans Saints. 5 turnovers. All these things going on, and you come in and whoop up on the Philadelphia Eagles like that. That's what momentum is all about. If y'all don't understand momentum, if y'all didn't see my last live and we talked about the Eagles losing to who did they play last week? The Broncos, not the Vikings. They played against the Broncos, right? And I mentioned and I said the Philadelphia Eagles players, they quit on each other basically. And when we say quit, we don't really mean quit. It's a term we use in football to hold each other accountable and make sure we're doing our job to the fullest extent. And that was the difference last week. They kind of quit in the third quarter. They tried to pick it back up, and lackadaisical and all those things, all that energy wears off on your teammates. So when they see one player laying down or one segment of offense or defense laying down, man, that energy starts to spread and get around, man. Mm-hmm. But man, this is the second consecutive loss for the Eagles this season, man.
They keep playing one half. They keep playing one half of football. Honestly, even the games they won, they're playing one perfect half. Then the next half is like they done playing football. It's like a whole different team. They didn't play a whole complete game yet. And I'm really tired of saying it. I thought it would be over by now, but it's still going to week 6. We in week 6 right now. And it's the same. It's the same story. It's the same story. So something got to change.
Story. And it hurts, man. He's gonna catch a lot of criticism after the night game because of the mistakes he made. A few of those mistakes he made hindered his team from making a comeback and being able to win. When they was down 10 points in the fourth quarter. The Eagles was able to do it last season, but this season, are they going to be able to turn things around? Now what? Were they're 0-1 in the conference, in the division, or is it 1-1? I think it's 1-1 in the division, right? Mm-hmm. So they might probably tied for first right now at this point. But are they going to be able to turn things around? Last year they was 2-3. Right now they're 4-1. So we know they can. They have the resilience and everything to turn things around. But are they? And will they get it done? Right? Because last season isn't the same as this season. Everything is different. The players are different. The age. You might have a different girlfriend. You might have some baby mama issues. You might have some kids. You have all type of issues that you have to deal with and overcome. Jalen Hurts, man, he couldn't find a way. The magic for Jalen Hurts couldn't work tonight. He couldn't find that magic tonight to overcome the Giants, man. And he turned that ball over, down 10 points, man. That was a crucial mistake right there where he's marching into the end zone to be able to shut all the critics up, right? Because each week he has to do that. If he doesn't do this each and every week, the critics are coming. Cam Newton is coming. He is shaking his hands and licking his lips, and he can't wait to get on First Take tomorrow to say, see, I told you. Jalen Hurts can't get it done by himself. It's one game, obviously. That is not the facts, you know what I mean? But it just allows a lot of criticism to go on from Jalen Hurts, man. But they came out stroking, playing good. They was giving Saquon Barkley the ball. He was gashing the Giants, right? What happened? Mm-hmm. It was like the New York Giants came out and said, okay, we watched y'all on tape last week. We seen the difference in y'all team from the first 3 games to the 4th game. And now y'all more of a passing attack. So guess what? We're going to send our edge rushers and our pass rush at you. The first 2-3, the first series. And boom, Saquon Barkley had wide open gaps like he never had before this season at all. I mean, the holes were open that he probably was surprised, and he wasn't ready to make the necessary moves because he was so wide open, man. But
and what I don't like about that first drive, he took himself out after like getting 30 yards on 2 carries. He took himself out, and then the drive stalled. I'm like, right. Listen, it's the first drive of the game. You got to stay in there. You got to like continue that drive because it stalled right out as soon as he took himself out the game.
And it's glad you say that. When athletes get paid in the NFL, not all of us, but some athletes, the check is cash, right? And we don't care about the game or winning as much as we did because our goal and our mission is accomplished. Take care of our family, get rich as we can, right? So now when you get paid, you have to have that talk with yourself and see who you really are, right? And decide if you want to still be that player that you came in NFL with as and college and high school, and playing the game because you love the game and you don't want to let your teammates down, right? And a lot of players get comfortable and forget about the accountability part because the check is there. And that what goes on a lot of the time that you don't realize. Players coming out, players with bogus injuries, the hamstring, the foot, so on and so forth. A lot of times we can play through this, you know?
I'm never think he probably trying to pace himself, thinking I'm about to have a big game today. Like it's about that. Like he got the first 2 carries, went for 30 yards. He like, yeah, it's about to be a long day. So he probably took
Exactly.
himself out there trying to pace himself for the rest of the game. But the rest of the game didn't come to him.
What the issue with the Eagles is, right? They're going through issues within the team, right? Within the organization. And when I say issues, they're going through issues with Jalen Hurts and AJ Brown, Saquon Barkley. Production-wise, they want to get the ball, you know, they want to be more of an asset to the offense. They want to be a part of that winning. They want to feel like they contributed to winning when the Eagles win. So the last 2 games, the Eagles offense opened up their passing attack, which is not the normal, typical Eagles football, right? And Jalen Hurts looked very good making plays in the passing game. He looked very good. I mean, he looked like an awesome passing quarterback, right? And a quarterback that didn't even need to run. But it looks good when you're winning games. But when you're not winning games, it doesn't look as good.
It's pointless.
It's pointless, right?
You throwing for 280 yards a game, and then you losing. You win it. You throw for 200 yards a game, you winning. I'd rather take the 200 and wins.
That's why stats doesn't matter offensively, typically, when we're talking about offense and things like that, because you can wait to the 3rd and 4th quarter and run the stats up. But when the Eagles offense takes that physical pound game approach, it does much more than just winning the game because of points. You win the game mentally because you out physical your opponent, right? When you're too physical for your opponent and the opponent understands that mano y mano, I can't beat you, I need help, so on and so forth, that drains the players mentally. And lining up and getting 3 and 4 yards and bulldozing that the opposing team's defense, man, it straight drains the team. Playing finesse football, which I mean pass first, right, isn't the smartest way to control the time of possession. But some teams love to do that. They think they can throw a lot of quick, short passes and change the narrative of how football first started, where it was a physical, nothing but run the football type of game. Now they created a pass. Everyone think they can be a guru in passing. I think the Eagles getting caught up in these scenarios because they want to please their players, and it's not about pleasing your players. Pleasing your players is getting a W at the end of the game. Sirianni, he can't get caught up in wanting to please his players and sacrificing the W. That's not going to get it, and that's not going to. He won't last as a head coach trying to be a player's coach and make everybody happy, because that, you know, at the end of the day, it's not that. It's not about that. Saquon Barkley should have had over 100 yards rushing in this game. Easily, he should have had 100 yards rushing. He only had 12 carries, and probably, I think 10 of those 12 carries came in the first half.
Listen, the first 2 carries was 32 yards. First 2 carries.
32 yards.
The Eagles converted 1 third down, and the Giants converted 11 third downs. And one of the third downs was the only third down the Eagles converted was a tush push.
That was the problem with Jalen Hurts. You know, he wasn't as on as he was. The offense hasn't been clicking like it needs to be. It's like they're still trying to find themselves, and they're not satisfied with winning the way they were winning. So they're trying to find other avenues and other ways to win right now. So it's like they're still searching for identity, even though they were winning right now. And I think Jalen Hurts wants to be that passing quarterback that has over 4,000 yards per year. And we have to see if they're going to continue to do that, because right now, last 2 games, you come out passing, changing the dynamic of the offense, and it's not getting to no victories.
I feel like it's that, like what I was saying earlier before, was that they keep playing that one half of football. Like that first half was like the perfect offense for the Eagles. They moved the ball up and down the field. They
Yeah,
scored on like
they
3 out of
start
4 drives.
fast. They
Yeah.
start fast. They come out swinging.
Then the second half is like they can't. It's like they're going 3 and out, 3 and out, 3 and out, turnover. I don't
Yeah.
know. Like they've been doing this. Like even the games they won, they've been playing like one half of football. So
I think that has to do with the coaching, man. The coaches have to figure out a way to make the team start fast and to come out fast in the second half, right? The theme of the team and going into your games is start fast. Don't let them get ahead and get the jump on you where, you can't reel them back in. So you want to start fast, but then you got to start fast in the second half as well, basically finishing the game. So I think somewhere in the coaching, in practice, the conditioning, the play calling, they have to figure out how to get this fixed in the second half. But how about that? There's a new star in town, baby. There is a new star in New York. Can we believe that? And I'm not talking about Eli Manning. We're not talking about Eli Manning or Saquon Barkley when he played for the New York Giants. We are talking about Jackson Dart, baby. And let me tell you, I love what I see from Jackson Dart. He has that moxie. He has that charisma. He has that it fact. He has the swag. And I think he has a little too much courage right now. Little too much courage. That's being young and dumb in NFL. We all go through that. We all have to test the waters and see how strong we can be and how much we can endure, because this is a man's sport. How tough can you be? He went down, boy. He almost gave Dayball a headache. Dayball was about to crash out. But Jackson Dart, man, Jackson Dart confidence is growing and growing, man.
And listen, he was more comfortable than me in the movie theater. I would fall asleep in the movie theater, man. He was in there comfortable, moving around the pocket, sliding around, and taking off.
Very comfortable back there, man. He was very comfortable in the pocket, man. And he didn't panic one time in the pocket. It's like he was used to the pass rush at the NFL speed and the NFL pace. He looked like the game slowed down to him already in week 5 and week 6. And that's the progress you want to see in your young players. You understand what I'm saying? And Brian Daboll, New York Giants, they're doing a phenomenal job with him. Jackson Dart may be the next new superstar in the National Football League, not just in New York. I'm talking about the Patrick Mahomes, the Justin Herberts, the Lamar Jackson, the Jaden Daniels. He's going to be right up there with those guys if he can continue to progress and Brian Daboll do what he does with these quarterbacks. I was most impressed with Jackson Dart, the way he stepped up in the pocket, because that's most important with these quarterbacks these days, right? Not giving the defensive ends that perfect angle to come and be able to sack him. Most of these new era quarterbacks, they want to bail out of the pocket and try to create something that doesn't need to be created when they're supposed to just step up in the pocket and make their reads. And if the read's not there, everybody's rushing upfield. So now you can just take off. That is one thing that Jackson Dart does well, very well, probably better than all the other quarterbacks in his rookie class or, the class before him. I think that is the difference why he's been so successful running the football and not getting sacked and being able to avoid those defensive tackles and defensive linemen, man. He was good at that.